Our journey begins at the intake bay of a sprawling, climate-controlled processing facility.
When the crocodiles arrive from the breeding farms, the environment shifts from muddy riverbanks to a space as sterile as a laboratory. Here, precision is everything. A single scratch or stress mark can instantly ruin a hide worth thousands of dollars. To ensure the animal is treated humanely and the skin remains perfectly intact, the process is heavily regulated.
Where they are blasted with high-pressure water jets.
But machines can only do so much. Highly trained workers take over the next crucial phase. Dressed in protective gear, they use specialized hand brushes to vigorously scrub the skins.
They must remove every trace of dirt, natural oils, and impurities. The human touch is essential here.
Workers can feel microscopic irregularities that even advanced cameras might miss.
Once the hide is immaculately clean, it is ready to begin its true transformation. Raw skin, if left untreated, will simply decompose.
To prevent this, the hide must undergo a process called tanning, a chemical alchemy that turns organic
slowly traveling through miles of specialized environmental chambers.
Inside these stainless steel tunnels, the hides are showered with a highly specific, proprietary mixture of chromium salt.
But the real magic happens inside the tanning drums. These massive, cavernous wooden barrels look like, but they are crucial to the process. The skins are loaded inside and tumbled for hours.
Sometimes days, in hot chemical baths. The aggressive tumbling action breaks down the rigid proteins inside the armored scales.
निर्माण संस्थाओं के माध्यम से गहरे संरक्षण तेलों को मजबूर करना.
What goes into these drums is stiff and armor-like. What comes out is soft, flexible,
And completely immune to decay. In the industry, this pale, unfinished leather is known as crust.
It is as a blank canvas.
waiting for its ultimate identity.
Now, the leather must be brought to life. The crusts are submerged into deep vats of vibrant, custom-mixed dyes.
Whether it's a classic deep burgundy,
a striking emerald green, or a golden honey brown, the dyeing process is exhaustive. The skins are tumbled once more to ensure the color doesn't just sit on the surface, but penetrates all the way through the leather's core. Once dyed, the skins are completely saturated and highly vulnerable. If they dry too quickly, the sudden contraction will cause those beautiful, iconic scales to crack and shatter.
To prevent this disaster, the skins are moved into specialized curing rooms. Here, the temperature and humidity are tightly controlled.
Massive exhaust fans circulate the air, while a fine mist keeps the environment humid. Over several days, the moisture is slowly and gently coaxed out of the leather.
This patient, methodical drying process is the secret to ensuring the crocodile skin remains impossibly soft and luxurious to the touch.
With the tanning and drying complete, the leather faces.
Crocodile leather is judged on an incredibly strict grading scale. Buyers from the world's elite fashion houses are looking for absolute perfection.
Workers examine the hide under intense fluorescent lighting.
They look at the umbilical scar, the center point of the belly.
To ensure the square scales radiate outward in perfect, uninterrupted symmetry.
They run their fingers over every square inch, feeling for healed insect bites, tiny scratches from a fight in the wild.
Or uneven dye absorption. Even the slightest blemish will downgrade a skin.
Only a very small percentage of hides achieve the coveted premium status.
These flawless pieces are immediately separated, cataloged, and assigned a barcode. Destined to become the centerpieces of high-end fashion collections.
Transforming this flawless material into a bag or a shoe requires incredible precision.
You cannot simply lay a pattern down and cut crocodile leather like you would normal cowhide.
The scales must align perfectly with the geometry of the final product. This is where artificial intelligence and robotics step in.
Advanced computer vision systems scan the unique scale pattern of each hide. The software digitally projects the handbag or shoe template directly onto the leather, calculating the exact placement.
To ensure the most beautiful, symmetrical scales end up on the front of the product. Once the alignment is locked in, a high-powered laser takes over. It slices through the dense, tough leather with microscopic accuracy. The heat of the laser simultaneously seals the edges as it cuts, preventing any future fraying. It is a mesmerizing dance of fire and modern technology,
turning a whole hide into a precise, puzzle-like kit of parts.
Before final assembly, the leather receives its signature finish. It is heavily buffed using natural agate stones or high-speed mechanized polishing wheels. The friction generates heat, bringing the natural oils to the surface and creating that iconic, mirror-like gloss. Protective coatings are applied, rendering the luxury leather entirely water-resistant. Finally, the machine hands the work back to the artisan.
Stitching crocodile skin is entirely unforgiving. Once a needle punctures the leather, the hole is permanent. Whether guided by a robotic arm or hand-sewn by a master craftsman, the tension and spacing of the thread must be mathematically flawless. After hours of assembly and careful hand polishing with specialized waxes, the transformation is complete.
Handled only with white cotton gloves to prevent fingerprint smudges.
The finished piece is laid to rest in its presentation box. From the muddy depths of the wild through millions of dollars of cutting-edge technology.
And finished by the hands of master craftsmen. It is a 100-day journey of dedication, chemistry.
For over 200 million years, it has been the undisputed apex predator of the rivers.
Armored, lethal, and perfectly evolved.
But today, the crocodile represents something entirely different to the modern world. The absolute pinnacle of human luxury. Is transformed into a flawless, supple handbag that commands the price of a luxury car.
Welcome to a world that is heavily guarded and rarely seen. This is not a traditional workshop.
This is a state-of-the-art technological fortress where ancient biology meets futuristic engineering.
Over the next 10 minutes, we are going to take you on a mesmerizing journey inside a modern, exotic leather factory.
We will track the entire 100-day process, step by painstaking step, to reveal exactly how raw crocodile... For the elite few who acquire these masterpieces, this is more than just an accessory.
It is a statement of legacy, a functional work of art designed to age beautifully and be passed down through generations.
But true luxury is also responsible. Today, the world's finest exotic leather is sourced from highly regulated conservation farms, where portions of the revenue go directly back into protecting wild crocodile populations and preserving their natural habitats.
It is a cycle of respect. Respect for the animal, respect for the craft,
and respect for the individual who carries the final masterpiece.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to journey deeper into the hidden worlds of luxury.